let's try and address a million-dollar question that many people are asking, especially after the Delhi elections. Did the Congress really ensure Aam Aadmi Party's defeat by cutting into its votes, even though it did not score any wins for itself? It seems that this analysis has become very fashionable after the BJP's win in Delhi. The assertion is that a divided opposition has defeated each other. Well, for what it's worth, in Delhi, this analysis is a fallacy. Now let's tell you why. Right at the top, let me propose a hypothesis that the Aam Aadmi Party lost in seats where people wanted to defeat them, irrespective of the Congress. And where the people wanted Aam Aadmi Party to win, they won handsomely, irrespective of the Congress again. Now, how do we understand this? Take the example of the two seats that have seen the highest margin of victory in the Delhi elections. Both these seats have been won by the Aam Aadmi Party and have been won handsomely. The highest victory margin in Delhi, by the way, is of over 42,000 votes, and it was registered not by the BJP but by Ale Mohammad Iqbal of Aam Aadmi Party, and this comes from Matia Mahal. The Congress candidate here, Asim Mohammad Khan, was at third number and got just 10,000 votes. And by the way, Khan is no lightweight. In 2015, he was with Aam Aadmi Party and had defeated Ale's father, Shoaib Iqbal, who was with the Congress at that time. Khan was then also made a minister in the Kejriwal government, and yet, cut to 2025, the same Asim Khan couldn't defeat the Aam Aadmi Party candidate despite the so-called Congress vote cutter effect. The second highest margin of win in Delhi is also by an Aam Aadmi Party Muslim leader, Chaudhry Zubair Ahmad from Seelampur. He won by over 42,000 votes despite the Congress fielding the man who had won Seelampur in 2020 against him. Who's this man? Former Aam Aadmi Party Minority Cell Chief Abdul Rahman. In fact, Aam Aadmi Party won 6 out of the 7 seats in Delhi where Muslims play a decisive role. So, if the Congress is really bringing down the AAP, why wouldn't that effect show in seats where they fielded, where the Congress fielded some of their strongest candidates, and that too in seats where a high Muslim population ensures acceptability of the Congress? In fact, the Muslims are not alone. Take a look at how the AAP has performed in seats reserved for Dalits, despite the Congress's presence there. Of the 12 such reserved SC seats in Delhi, AAP retained 8, the BJP rested 4, in comparison to 2020, where all 12 had been gained by the Aam Aadmi Party. This time, the BJP took away 4. Let's take a look at some notable examples. Karol Bagh, Patel Nagar. In Patel Nagar, the BJP had fielded a heavyweight turncoat from the Aam Aadmi Party, Rajkumar Anand, and yet AAP's young candidate, Pravesh Ratan, got the mandate. So they had a double whammy to deal with: a strong BJP candidate, a strong Congress candidate in the form of former Union Minister Krishna Tirath, and yet the Aam Aadmi Party won because here the voters were on their side. The same applies to Karol Bagh. Here, AAP held on to the reserved seat but with a reduced vote share. And the reason for that reduction also was the BJP, not the Congress. The fact of the matter is very simple. It's easy to come to quick fix analysis like if AAP and Congress fought together, then AAP would have won. But there are 5 clear ways in which this hypothesis is proven false. First of all, let me take the logic given of AAP plus Congress is equal to majority. Even the seats where margin of win is less than votes polled by Congress, these seats are only 13 in number. Now, if one was to assume that AAP would have won all of these seats simply by allying with the Congress, even then their total tally would have been 22 plus 13, that is 35. That is still not a majority. Second, the Aam Aadmi Party got 43.5% vote, Congress got 6.3%, and the BJP got 45.56%. The people are erroneously adding 6.3 to 43.5 and claiming that the resultant 49% is more than the BJP's vote share. What they should be adding is the about 2% figure that the Congress increased in its vote share between 2020 and 2025. What's the logic? The Congress has gained 2% between the two elections. Now, this vote share is presumably at the cost of the Aam Aadmi Party? Sure. Then let's just add the 2% that the Congress has seen increasing in the last 5 years to the Aam Aadmi Party's vote share, and that is still not more than the BJP's vote share. 3. I have already illustrated that in seats where Aam Aadmi Party truly enjoyed the voters' goodwill, in seats which have a Muslim majority or which are reserved for Dalits, they got the votes and they won handsomely despite the presence of a strong Congress candidate there, which is enough proof that the Congress's presence is incidental at best. 4. If there are 13 seats where the Congress took away the number of votes that stood between victory and defeat for AAP, there are also 34 seats where the Congress polled way lesser votes than the margin of Aam Aadmi Party's defeat. So in those 34 seats, who is to blame for AAP's loss, since the Congress certainly can't be blamed there? And finally, point number 5, which is the most commonsensical. The Congress party has lost its deposit in 67 of the 70 seats in Delhi, which means that it polled less than 1/6 of the total votes on those seats. So on the one hand, we are saying that their performance was so poor that they could not even retain their deposits. And on the other hand, we are saying that it's such a giant killer that it brought AAP to its knees. The two claims simply can't coexist. The truth is very simple, that this was an election which was fought by the people. And the only reason that can be blamed for the AAP's decimation is the anger and the anti-incumbency against them.